Hello, this is Dr. Charles Fay at the Love and Logic Institute, and I'm often asked, will Love and Logic work with a child with special needs? And I often ask back, which child with special needs? Because as we know, they're all wonderfully different. Each one has a unique set of gifts and a unique set of needs. And so the real question in our mind here at Love and Logic is not will it work, but how do we enter into a process of discovery where we find out what this unique child needs and what are they really great at already? What are their gifts? And they do have gifts. And so I want to tell you a story about John. Now, I grew up with John. John had a horrible fever when he was a little kid, when he was very young, and did a lot of brain damage to him. And he, as a result, had a very hard time talking and very hard time learning and a very hard time moving. John just had a lot of difficulties with a lot of things. And now some people looked at John and they basically said, oh, poor John. John can't do anything. He just can't. And that was the word that came along with most of the things they said about John, can't. Now his parents, who, by the way, were school teachers, they looked at John and they were realistic. They knew that John had a lot of struggles, but they said to themselves, John can. John can be successful. You know, if we maintain healthy, high expectations for John, and we teach him how to meet those, he's going to do some wonderful things in life. And they really believed in John. They were can people instead of can't people. And they said to John, John, the secret to success in life is just looking at other people and saying to yourself, how can I make that person feel special? Yeah, they talked a lot to John about that. How do you build other people up? How do you help them feel good? And they did a lot of training. They'd take John out in public and they'd teach John, okay, if you can touch somebody, you're too close to them. And so John learned how close to stand to people. And if you find yourself, you're the only one who's talking, then you want to ask that other person a question, and you nod when they talk to you, and you smile when they talk to you, and you try to find out what that other person really likes. You know, maybe their dog or their car or certain kind of music, and you talk to that person about that. And they spent a lot of time teaching John very specific social skills and character skills. Now, I can remember being a kid and really liking John. He was doing a pretty good number on me. I liked John a lot, and I was in the lunchroom with him when we were in junior high, and that was a long time ago. We still had junior high, and a kid came up and he called John a really nasty name, and John just looked at him and said, "Oh, well, thanks for letting me know." And he didn't even get upset. And the other kid, oh, it took all the steam out of that kid's sails. It sure did. But John was really learning some good skills about how to handle life. And, well, we grew up together, as I said, and he got a job at the local grocery store. And, now, the problem that happened at the grocery store, and it became a big problem for the manager, was that John was bagging, and all the customers would always get in John's line because the customers liked being around John. And so none of the other checkout clerks were getting any business, and it was causing all sorts of congestion over at the supermarket. John was a big hit. Oh, he just knew how to make people feel good. And how many of us have met somebody who doesn't have special needs, or maybe they're quite gifted, or they have a lot of abilities, but they don't have good character skills, and they don't know how to make other people feel special? Oh, I think John's parents had the secret to life. Well, John is doing really well, and he works there for many years. And a little side note here is, one day some guys from out of town came into the store, and they saw John working there, and they realized, after casing the joint, so to speak, that he was the one who closed it each night. And they thought, well, we'll break in there and we'll manipulate this guy. He's not so bright, and we'll take the money and run. And they tried it out. Yeah, they showed up and they threatened him, and they said, take us to where the safe is and show us how to open it. And John pointed out to where the room was where the supposed safe was, and as soon as those two guys went in there, he slammed the door on them and shut them in there and called the police. He was a hero. His face was on the front page of the local newspaper. Wasn't a surprise to me, because John had some very special people in his life who understood him well and understood that he needed lots of love, lots of patience, and lots of teaching of good skills. And let's come in close here. Good, healthy, high expectations. John can. That's what saved his life. And how many kids do we see who have special needs, and they're around can people, and they do great? And so Love and Logic is really a menu of skills, and I'm excited to say that we're making this menu available for parents and educators of kids with special needs. And what we have here, what we've just completed, is a new curriculum. It's 4 modules, and it's designed to train parents and educators about how to get to the unique needs of kids with special needs and how to apply the skills of Love and Logic with those kids, to send the message to the kids that, hey, I believe in you, you can do it. Well, if you love kids and if you have a special heart for kids with special needs, check out this curriculum. You can contact us at loveandlogic.com or call us. We have a good old-fashioned phone number, and we have good people here who'll be happy to take your call and visit with you. It's 800-338-4065. Thanks for watching.